Hey, anyone listening? I guess I don't know how many people are in here, but I'm just gonna wait for some folks, I suppose. So yeah, just chill out. Hi Lola. I've been thinking about you with all the fires and stuff. I hope everything's okay. Sorry, I'm eating a gummy. I'll go back to muting while I finish it. Oh, that sucks, Lola. I'm so sorry. That's so terrible. I've never lived near wildfire smoke, like near sorry, near a wildfire, but I have been like inundated by the smoke pretty like badly. And as someone with asthma and just like has sensitive lungs, like I totally feel you. I can't imagine what it's like to deal with it long term though. So I hope I'm thinking about you and the animals, and I hope that some rain comes your way. Yep, sending you all the rain. We had 12 hours of thunderstorms yesterday, just like on and off, mostly on, but I've never dealt with that before. The temperature change was so intense. I went from 101 down to like mid 70s in just like an hour, maybe a little over an hour. Um, and then, yeah, just crazy thunder and lightning all day and night. The cats were horrified. It was awful. I laugh now, but it wasn't funny at all. It was actually really sad. Hi, Ecto. But yeah. So the like I've dealt with eustachian tube dysfunction my whole life, but about I don't know 10 or 15 years ago, something like that, I started getting tubes in my ears to help relieve some of the like discomfort from that. Um, it helps keep the pressure inside my middle ear um, more normalized because it used to be very, very sensitive to like humidity and pressure drops and like pressure changes. And it would cause me a lot of discomfort and pain and misery. And I got a lot of like middle ear infections, which are difficult to treat. And so once I started getting the tubes put in, it helped a lot. But I still dealt with a lot of pressure, and occasionally if I got sick or I was having bad allergies, the pressure inside my ear would like force the tubes out of their like spots, and it would become really painful. And so I've had probably mm, 5 or 6 sets of tubes, probably like five, probably like 5 sets of tubes over the last like 10, 15 years. Um, because the hole in your eardrum where the tube goes through, it just kind of naturally widens. Like if you've ever had like an ear piercing, like you might have to like go up a gauge after a while because the, anyways. So um, yours is good with warm. See, mine doesn't like moisture at all. My ears don't like moisture. So I try to limit the exposure to that, but it's good to know like what helps you because yeah. For me, today I took my allergy medicine and some ibuprofen. Maxed out on some ibuprofen this morning. I'll probably have to take some soon. Oh gosh, after I've had so many things poked in my ear, I hate ear pokings. It's like, oh my God. But anyways, so yesterday, well, actually it's been like the last 2 days that like humidity's been crazy, like in the 90s, which is rare for this time of year to like stay at that. It might like jump up to that temporarily and then fall back down, but it's rare to like have it like an extended time, like high humidity. Um without like cold weather, like warm humidity. And so, oh hi Yolanda. Hi Tree. Hi Ecto. I think I said hi to Jam. Hi friends. Oh my gosh, Tree, we had them for 12 hours. It was a crazy day yesterday. So yesterday with like the humidity, just like and then the extreme like pressure changes that was going on with the weather, my right ear like started hurting. Like I couldn't even touch it. It hurt so bad. Um and I think that the tube might be maladjusted, or I don't know what you would say, like has like unseated itself and is like the I don't know, there's just something happening, so I gotta make a doctor's appointment. So I'm kind of under the weather today. I don't have my earphones on because um yeah, it's kind of painful. But oh, that's nice, Jim. Sometimes a nice hot shower does feel better. It's true. Hot um heat can like feel really good. I miss like spending a lot of time in the sauna. I think we're ready to pull the trigger. I'm putting a new one here. So at the new house, it's very strange not to have one. So yes, sauna always helped a lot with like just mm, with yeah. I think it helps mm, drain. It helps with like inflammation, stuff like that. Thanks, Lola. I'm definitely gonna call. I might even call today. I think I should probably be done here. I don't know. By like if I'm done here by 4:30, I'll have time to call and get an appointment for I don't know. It could be a month or two. Depends. You never know. But I'll get on that today. I should have already called. I've just been like, I don't know. Just kind of miserable. I was gonna make beef stew today and I didn't. I kept like waffling because I didn't feel very well. finally I just decided to put it off till tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I don't know what that noise is. I think that it must be like some of the little bones in your ears that just like, yeah, I've been to the urgent care for a similar like thing I went through a couple of years ago, and the doctor looked inside my ear and um he was just like, I can't touch this. Like I can't do anything to help you. And I thought that at that time they were going to refer me to an ENT, and that never happened. And honestly, like I just kind of got used to like this new normal. It just became like a new normal. And then yeah, this is the first time it's like became an issue. Oh, that's fucking crazy, Tree. I bet looking inside your ear is so cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's so fucking interesting. Oh my gosh, I want to see the x-rays. That's wild. Yeah, I knew something was wrong yesterday, and that's when I should have called. I was just super distracted. And then this morning, I'm just making excuses. I think I think a lot of like of us ladies know that like we just like ignore so many issues because the hassle just sometimes is greater than I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just try to like deal with the pain, and it's super unnecessary. I don't need to suffer, but and also knowing that it could be a while till I get an appointment, the sooner I make one the better. Oh, I believe you, Tree. That's really crazy. Yeah, no MRIs for Tree. That sounds scary. Yeah. No, I wish like um I wish I knew more plant medicine and was like yeah, just more educated in that. I'm trying to be. Like started following some new accounts that are like indigenous led, and they share a lot of information about um plant benefits and just like stuff like that I'm trying to learn. Hey, Curbs. So anyway, that was the long way of telling you guys that I'm super low energy today. Um, so the conspiracy is going to be a kind of weak one this week, but yeah, next week hopefully I'll be feeling better and I'll be more organized. Come with some like I'll come with some real shit. So last week was like more paranormal, I guess. We didn't really touch on too many like conspiracies. We talked a little bit about uh chemtrails and contrails. Roxy helped us kind of discern between those. Uh, although I should note that there are some folks that do not make a distinction between the two. But we talked about different applications where that might be true, where chemtrails and contrails might be different, which was like agriculture. So we talked about that. Tree wants cryptids. Yeah. See, like cryptid stories typically don't really like freak me out, except there's one exception is when like Aboriginal, Indigenous, like Native folks talk about cryptids and like Bigfoot. Um so speaking of Bigfoot, I'll just share I don't know if you all like think of Bigfoots as cryptids. I think of them all like existing in different dimensions simultaneously existing in certain dimensions if they wish it. I don't know how to explain that. But Bigfoot, I think, is lives between two worlds, and I think that if they they're sometimes visible on this plane of existence. I don't know if they want to make themselves visible. Um, I don't know. Okay, so the only Bigfoot story I have is a secondhand Bigfoot story. So I have a half sister who's a few years older than me, and we were close when we were younger. And her father, because we have different dads, her father worked in the woods up like Mount St. Helens area. And he told us a story one time about how they'd gone up in the winter to price like a job. So they walked up and was just like looking at the timber and estimating the cost for the job that they were looking at or putting a bid in for or whatever. And it was winter time, so the snow was pretty deep, and there's a lot of like creek runoff areas up there where they kind of create gulches and just like, it's sometimes there's running water, and during the winter obviously it's just like a big um like two hills with like snow in between them. And they walked to the edge of one of these like r- ravine, the edge of this like ravine, and I don't know how far the other side of the bank was, but it was like it was like, um, 6 feet or more. I don't know. It was like a big distance. It wasn't just like an easy hop over, especially with like the deep snow. So you're looking at this job, and they noticed that there were like these large footprints coming up to the side of the ravine that they were on. And then they could see that the footprints stopped, and there was no footprints between the two sides of the ravine. But they could see on the other side of the ravine that the footprints continued. And they were like rather large, and like these guys like spent their whole lives in these woods. It's like generational woodsmen that and that have like really no like this was back in the 80s. So they had no financial gain. They weren't going to get rich on social media telling these stories. And as far as I know, they aren't like out there blabbing these to everybody. It was just kind of like a shared story in the family. But it like freaked these dudes out, and they left. So to like freak these guys out it's got to be something. It can't just be anything. But they said that they thought it was probably a Bigfoot. And that's my Bigfoot story. But there's so many like that. Like any of those shows you watch, it's just like, um, yeah, it's it's kind of like a common theme. You just kind of see um, I don't know, their aftermath of being in an area, whether it's like stacked logs or um, rocks piled up, or Okay, I'm going to go back in chat. Oh, totally, Tree. They drew a lot of really strange creatures. So yeah, totally. And also, I probably don't know enough about their history, but if you want to share with chat. Oh my gosh, I saw that new primate tree. It is so cute. It looks so fucking funny. Its little face. Oh gosh, it has like such a funny hairy face. I love it. What, Ecto? That's fucking weird. A suckerfish on your house and it flew away. Oh, that's so weird. You thought it might be a big black moth. Huh. Yeah, I totally believe you. That's crazy. Yeah, nature's fucking hella weird. I bet there's all kinds of weird things we've never seen before, like Tree said. Things that just have gone missed or ignored or whatever. Yeah, totally, Jim. I think that thinking like, oh, maybe someone was messing with me. Like, I think in certain contexts, like for sure, but like they were so far out in the woods, it wasn't like a place where kids hang out or play or like, especially during winter. I mean, these are like logging roads. I'm sure that they get out on to do these jobs like that are behind locked gates in the wintertime. But yeah, some of it definitely probably is attributed to just like practical jokes and people just being funny. Yeah, it is fun to discover new ones. Yeah, there's like, I think insects and stuff are definitely like one of the categories that there's just so many variations and like I don't think that scientists can like keep up with like evolution of some species. There's just like not enough like money spent on the research and stuff like that. Oh, totally, Tree. It's like, why is this here? Oh, and we go out like huckleberry picking every year, and I'm always paying attention to the landscape, mostly because like I don't ever want to come upon a bear. Um, and I never have, but I just stay like super aware, and I'm always looking for weird footprints and hair and scat and just like all kinds of different things. And um, I've definitely seen some weird tree situations and other weird things that just I can't think of now, but where you're just like, oh, that's strange. That's like abnormal. That doesn't look like the rest of the terrain or whatever. Oh, cool, Ecto. That sounds like a cool book. I'll have to see if my library has that. They'll probably love me. I'm asking for that. Yeah, totally. I know. I want to hang out with Ecto too. Super bad. I hope someday we all do get to hang out because that would be so fun. Yeah. Yeah. No funding for using your eyeballs. It's like, oh my gosh. You should be just like totally obsessed with observing like everything around us and how to preserve it and how to um, yeah, reverse the damage done, and instead we just, I don't know. I give a big like applause to people that are trying to, yeah, do their little part, whatever they can to make this world better for animals and insects and humans, I guess, and the cryptids. Don't forget the cryptids. I know, Kirby's. I'm starting to think I'm gonna have to start a. I gotta start finding ways to make some money to make it happen because I'll just be so sad if it never does. Oh, speaking of funding, that reminds me. Before I get started, I just want to say that Yolanda and her husband. I think I've been saying his name wrong. Is it? I don't want to know. I wish I knew how to pronounce it. Can somebody tell me how to pronounce it? Because I think I've been saying it wrong. I thought there was an L between the I's, and now I'm not sure. Like, m- my eyes are like starting to deceive me. Like if I see Blythe. Oh, okay. That's how you pronounce it. Thanks, Kirby. That's not all how I thought it was pronounced. So thank you. Um, Yolanda and Blythe. I appreciate that. That helps so much. Um, are fucking so cool, and they fucking have paid so much money to fight Scientology, and they're winning, and they need some encouragement, I think, just to keep going. They must have burnout. It's a year and a half for just this case, and it's exhausting and financially exhausting. And if anybody has just anything they can send over now or in the future, please do so. It's like a super good cause. They're such great people. I fucking love Yolanda's smile. It makes me smile. They're just such lovely people, and they have such great attitudes for everything they've been through. Yeah, no one's begging. We're fucking giving credit where it's due here. And sometimes credit looks like financial. It looks financial, because that's the need. And yeah, PayPal is something I have, so I can actually help out for once. It seems like nobody has PayPal. I feel, is it old to have PayPal? I don't get it. I don't get it. Um, oh, she won't ask. Okay, well, I know they're very humble. They're very proud, and I think that yeah, I I think we should show them some as much support as we are secure enough to share. So buy me a coffee. Yeah, check that out if you're having any trouble with PayPal. Buy me a coffee. I think you can like use like all different kinds of payments, like forms of payment on Buy Me a Coffee. So, yeah, before I forget, sorry, I ate that gummy right before, so I wanted to get that out before I forgot. um, yeah. Sorry, I'm still under the weather just a little bit, so I might have to mute to cough or drink coffee. Yeah, so back to where we were. We were talking about plants and yeah, props to people that are doing their part, and props to people that just like wish they could do more and are constrained like financially or just like with time or like physical ability. Don't like mm, don't feel guilty because uh, sometimes like it really is just the thought that counts. Okay, yep. If you can't donate now and you might in the future, just keep it in mind. Maybe just like bookmark it. Can I temporarily mod any of you? I wonder if I can on this. I feel like I can't on my phone for someone. So that you could like put the link in. Does anyone have the link handy? $9. Yeah, just like a word of support. Watch that latest video. They give like a big update. They seem really happy to be able to share some news with us, and you can find the PayPal link. Okay, I don't even know if I can mod you on here. Oh, look at that. Okay. Yeah, watch the video. It's a good one. Yeah. Give some comments, hit the like, subscribe, obviously, if you aren't. I need to subscribe with Salmon Fan Club. I haven't been using Salmon Fan Club that much because I got blocked in DOA's chats. And so I haven't been using them that much because that's usually when I would pull it out, is to be kind of petty and I don't know, just play along with some of the mud games. But thanks, Curbs. There y'all go. And I'll mod you here shortly, Kirby. Maybe we could just put that in every once in a while whenever you like think of it. And also if Kirby's needs to go, I'll just mod somebody else. So yeah. Because it is getting late over there for our friends. So no pressure, Kirby's. You don't have to stick around just a mod or anything like that. It's just a linky thing. Okay, thanks, Curb. I appreciate that. Okay, so Curbs is on that. What else? Okay, we're gonna get back to cryptids. Ecto, do you have your Bible? Do you have your Bible out, Ecto? Because I'm really not prepared at all. I wasn't sure if I was gonna go live today. That's why there's no notification or any warning. Well, I was thinking about going live at 2 and DOA well, I was gonna go live at 2 and then I was like, I'll just push it till 2:30. And then like right at 2 is when DOA went live. So I was like, well, maybe I won't be going live. So that was funny though. Look, the Dollar Tree is expensive now, Chi. The Dollar Tree isn't as like cheap as it used to be. Nobody thinks they're better than you, Chi. You're pretty great. So I think you're safe. Hey, a fucking deal is a deal. Jesus fuck. If you're making fun of people like trying to save some money during like this insane time where like everything is $1 million, like fuck you. I'm sorry, but like I hope y'all find every which way to save as much money because fuck these guys. Like yeah, no. Is it Halloween already at the Dollar Tree? I guess I should. Walmart is a big tipper too. Like they'll tell you what the next like holiday is gonna be like months in advance, which is good for people like me who like doesn't give a fuck about the calendar or holidays or like the only time I care about like shit like that is if I have an appointment. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're like lubing us up, Tree. They're fucking priming us for it. the big Halloween fuck fest. It's like, God, they shove that shit down our throats for months. And I love Halloween. And I shouldn't be, I'm not like, there's holidays that are worse than Halloween. I think I hate Halloween because like candy is such a trigger for me. And when there's huge bags from floor to ceiling of candy yelling at me every aisle I walk down, um, like it's hard. It's hard for someone that's trying to like, yeah. I had a doctor tell me I was pre-diabetic a while back, and I've just tried to become more mindful of the sugars I consume. Um, like, and that means cutting out candy, which is literally, I could live on candy if I was allowed to. I love sweets. Awesome curves. Yep, that's the video, the latest video from Yolanda and Blythe, and then there's the I think that that's the buy me a coffee, if I remember. Maybe just links to like payment links. Yeah. Yummy indeed. Too fucking yummy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fine, Grace. Thanks. Thanks for that. So yeah, that's the only reason why I hate Halloween is just the temptation is next level. Because Halloween candies, everybody knows Halloween candies are the best out of all the other holiday candies. Like Easter probably comes next because I like the pastels of Easter candy. Like I think pastels are really pretty. So, and then Christmas candy is always like hella nutty, and I'm just like whatever about that. I don't need fucking clusters of shit like of just like yeah. And then like tins of cookies. Like those cookies don't even taste good anymore. When I was a kid, they were so flaky and delicious. And now they just like, I don't know what they taste like. They taste like cornmeal or something. I don't know, gritty. Yeah, probably tree. But my cholesterol was like high and my sugars were like high. But um, I do know that like family members on my mother's side were diabetic and had a lot of complications from that. But I was glad for the warning at least because I think that it is good just to keep those things in check. I try to eat like less synthetic sugars. Um, I try and like cook most of my sweets. I'll like treat myself occasionally to ice cream or a candy bar. Um, yeah, I know. See, here we are talking about chocolate, and now we're gonna have to like I have to harass Kirby's for a chocolate stream because I feel like if I don't speak up for the chocolates, like who will? Chocolates, yeah, free the chocolates. Yeah, definitely, definitely have to stay away from the like better chocolates for sure. Cause I don't know. Good chocolate, I can just like eat it and eat it and eat it. I think about the chocolates every day, Kirby's. I think I do. I think about them at least once a day. I don't know why. My brain's fucking strange. Oh, cool, Kirby's. Nice find. Yeah, it's a super informative video, y'all. So I think it was like a half an hour long. I can't remember how long it was. It wasn't very long. I was able to watch Kirby's video and watch Yolanda's video in like an hour or less than an hour, I think. Yolanda and Blythe's video. It's not just Yolanda. They both did very good. And I love the dual translation, like the dual language, I thought that was so cool. They're so cool. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna take a drink of coffee. Okay, so everyone get ready. Ecto, you got the Bible ready. Do we know what our next cryptid topic is? This tree, do you want to lead us into the cryptids deeper? We're just standing on the edge with Bigfoot. Like that's just like, I mean, like I said, I don't even know if that's a cryptid, like considered a cryptid, because it's like, yeah, it's not really scary. Yeah, I've seen people do that too, Flower, where they just like make cupcakes in like a mug cakes. Yeah, I want to hear about your books. I don't have any cryptid books, and now I'm feeling like my library is incomplete. Well, I knew that already, but you know, what book do you have, Tree? Okay, I'm just gonna take like a minute, maybe two at the very most, and I will be right back. Okay, so do you all just read these books, or are you investigating paranormally? Like, have any of you done any paranormal investigations other than just like observations out in the field, like just when you're out normally, like not necessarily with the intent to do that? But have you ever had like gone out in the world with the intent to like search for cryptids? I really love to imagine us all sitting around though at our homes with our tinfoil hats on. I hope Roxy does make a bunch so that we can buy them. Make my fantasy come true. That'd be great. Put your tinfoil hat on in your own mind. I forgot to tell you all to do that. Oh, cool tree. Yeah, it seems like older areas of like colonization, I guess, um, seem to be like more densely haunted. Because when I was a kid, like we would go to weird, like abandoned things all the time, and I never saw anything like spooky. Yeah, I can't think of anything spooky that happened when I was a kid, and we would crawl around different abandoned buildings. I remember exploring like a weird base in the Bay Area one time with some friends. I can't remember what that base was called. That was a long time ago. That base, like the weirdest things were just like weirdos, like that might be like lingering around, like real humans. Yeah, dingo. Throw another dingo on the bobby. That's what he's gonna say. I'm just kidding. That's funny. You guys could just like have a convo like in your minds. That's how I feel like Sasquatch communicates is like mind communications. Telekinesis. What's that called? I can't think of the word. Oh, cool, Octo. Yeah, see, Octo, some of the stuff that I've experienced, like a lot of it can be like like I've said before, like a lot of like the weird things like are just like sleeping and waking disorders or like um experiences. Because like there's a lot of weird, strange documented stuff that happens to people when they're waking and like sleeping, coming out of different phases of sleep. Um, so like I've had some really strange experiences, like falling asleep and waking up. Um, that I just have to hope and pray to fucking all that's holy. Like like that was just like my brain malfunctioning. Yeah, my brain and body like miscommunicating and like doing weird, creating weird phenomena. No, we can't trust our brains straight, not at all. If like I learned anything out of psychology is like our brains are fucking crazy. They play all kinds of tricks on us. They are, yeah, they're bad. They're bad for us. They can also be used for good, but mostly, unless they're trained well, um, they can do a lot of damage. Do a lot of weird stuff. Okay, Lola, we went ghost hunting once and some horses in a pasture. Oh no. So all of a sudden, some horses just like all of a sudden started running. Yeah, no, if an animal gives me a fucking weird signal, I don't care what. I trust an animal more than I trust like myself or any other like stimuli like in the environment. Like even if like um yeah, I trust animals over everything. I don't even need to be like told twice. Like honestly, like I think if I saw like a herd of animals like just suddenly pick up and start running, I would question that way less than if I saw a bunch of humans running. Like I'd probably like stop for a second and just be like, "Huh, I wonder why everyone's running." Like I don't Yeah, animals can sense all kinds of crazy things. I think they can sense like I don't know. I think they can, yeah, definitely sense future events. So exactly, why not other energy? That would be so dumb to just think that they can only sense one kind of energy. I want you to draw the suckerfish, Ecto. I want to know what we're working with here. Like how I need some like size. Like how big was it? Because you said it was a big moth that you compared it to a big moth and like like how big are we talking? Hi MD. Yeah, animal instincts are next level. I trust them over everything. That's why like when I'm watching like paranormal videos and the animals are fucking acting weird, that's the only time I'm like, "Oh, yo, this is like legit weird." So yeah, I like when like investigators take animals out with them on their hunts and stuff because like yeah, they don't lie. They can't lie. They're just like they're not yeah, they're not tuned to lie like that. Okay, Ecto. Cause that sounds like fucking huge. Oh, you're getting some thunderstorms, Tree? Oh, well, I hope Rumor doesn't mind them too much. Yeah, I was curious if you guys got any of those yesterday. They were just shooting like straight up at us like a water hose, like all day and night. It was it was stressful. It was nice to get a little bit of rain though. They said that there might not be any rain with the storms. It might just be dry lightning. So I was happy to see that it came with some like really good rain. We don't need more wildfires. I'm sure that some started, but it definitely helps to have some rain with it. I'm glad you got some tree there. It's always nice to experience them a little bit. They're so cool. And like around here, they're kind of rare. I remember when I was a kid, I remember this one like winter, I mean, summer thunderstorm. Uh, that was just like so incredible. And yeah, I'll remember it forever. And I think this one might like have been more impressive than that one. The setting isn't quite as impressive, but it just like kept going on and on. Oh, Octo, I know. Summer rain is just like, yeah, you can't complain about it. Even just like some cloudy weather after like a lot of sun. I was saying to someone that that can just like be so fucking nice. It just feels like a gift. Hmm. Oh yeah, Tree. There was so much wind with that storm yesterday. It's really interesting that you're getting some of it. I wonder if it's like some of the same stuff that was just like hanging off the coast. It's finally swinging around. I haven't looked at the radar today. Yeah, no, the sound of rain like is hard to beat. The only time I don't like the sound of rain is if it like gets if it sounds like damaging rain. When there's like a big hail involved. But no power loss. It just like it blew like 20, 30, like pretty steady. It was just cooking. And then there was like this like weird low that was coming off for I think it's just the river because we were watching this like low band coming off of the ocean, like up the river. And then the moisture was like up high coming from the south. So it was like warm and they were just like colliding like right over us, basically. But for some reason the wind like it's steady, but it wasn't too powerful. It wasn't powerful enough to knock power out. Yeah, I know. I think that this rain came from like further south down there. I always try to like wish the rain when it's here to go south or east. The east coast of or the east sides of Oregon and Washington are like just inundated right now with fires. There's just like fires are merging. It's just yeah. Lola has been experiencing some of that. So if you guys can just send some love to Lola or just some good watery rainy vibes because they need it really bad. Yeah, I can't believe there's anything left to scorch tree. It's been so much. Like just I feel like we have just fires year round now. Like there used to be seasons and now there's just like bad season and better seasons, fire seasons. It's um yeah, I just feel for all the firefighters and impacted like people in their paths and they're dangerous and scary and yeah, I wish there was better management because it seems like a lot of it just is so unnecessary. Yeah, totally, Lola. I hope it gets better soon. I really do. Because, yeah, I would like to just, I wish, I wish we could make it rain. Like, I mean, people are always like, oh, they're trying to control the weather. And it's like, if they can, like, I mean, I don't think controlling it like by chemical means but if someone out there can fucking make it rain, like, please do. Like, there's a lot of places that need rain right now, and there's a lot of places that don't need any more rain, like Texas Hill Country. I think they're good. I think they've fucking seen enough. Like, direct it around to, like, I don't know. But Yeah, the weather's gone crazy. We keep getting off topic because, see, Lola, that's the best thing about a rain dance is it looks like however it comes like a, yeah, a rain dance just like is mostly about the vibes. It's not so much about the movement. It's about the vibes you put out. In in my opinion, I may be wrong about other people may think differently about that, and I totally respect their views on that. I'm just sharing my thoughts on rain dancing in the most generic way. I'm not talking about spiritual rain dancing or religious or however it's seen. Yeah, absolutely true. Intention is everything. Intention is everything. Yeah, way long. That's what I'm saying, Janet. It's like year round. It doesn't end. It's like the bad stuff starts like earlier even now. Like, but we got fires year round burning. Like it's it's crazy. We're running out of water. We got like I watched this like video. I don't know. It was several years ago, but always think of it, and it was like it showed just like based on like sedimentary data, the fossil record, um, geological data, historical geological data, like, and it basically mapped out like the Earth's like temperature, surface temperatures over the last, I can't remember how many thousands of years. It was a very long time, 100,000, maybe more. I can't remember how many years. It might have been longer than that. I- It probably was. But it was like very, very, very interesting to see like our Earth like going through this like heat up and cool, like extreme cool down and extreme heat up and extreme cool down, like almost like clockwork over time. And so like every time I start seeing this, like I know we're accelerating that um what's the word I'm thinking of? I know we're accelerating that process artificially with greenhouse gases and carbons and all those things. Um, but it also just like I just think like we're just doing what the earth has always done. And yeah, it shouldn't come as too much of as a surprise to folks that we are in a heating up phase of that cycle. Although accelerating, we should have concerns about that. Absolutely, it seems like somewhat like a natural cycle to me. Yeah, for sure, and it's important to take note of that. Like, um, yeah, plant a tree, everyone. Please go out and plant a tree, please. Just even if it's not, even if you don't have a yard, like just walk through a park with a take a little baggie with a tree in it and a little bit of dirt and put it in your pocket and walk to the park and find a spot that needs some shade and just plant that little sapling and walk away. I promise you won't be arrested. No one's going to arrest you for planting a tree. They might make you pull it up and take it back home with you if you're seen, so don't be seen doing that. Um, but please plant a tree. We need them. We need more trees. Yeah, we need more fire crews flower, but I have a fear that we don't have enough. because there's just so many. And it's so sad to think about those people just being worked like continuously. Oh, nice. Nice tree. Yeah. We need his expertise on this because mine is not. I honestly shouldn't be talking about it too much. I'm not an authority. I don't have very much knowledge. I'm like an armchair, um, yeah, enthusiast of, yeah, climate change. I do probably the bare minimum, but I'm always like trying to think of other ways I can be helpful. But planting trees are good. Native trees, that's important too. If you see like an area that's about to be like taken down or leveled or a house built or whatever the occasion is for the removal of forest and plant life, you can always just dig up something you see, a native plant that you think needs saving, and take it home. Or like the little things are just, mm, I think they mean something. I know a lot of people think that they don't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but I think the little things add up. Yeah, being hot. It's a lot being hot. I'm sorry, Ecto. I hope um we need to fundraise to get Ecto. Once everybody's done with their court cases and like have like we can have some like more, I don't know, we can do other things with our support, financial support. We need to get Ecto a swimming pool because it makes me sad that Ecto is sad. And honestly, like seeing Theo always swim around in that fucking pool makes me want one so bad. I've never wanted a pool in my life. Like I honestly kind of think pools are kind of gross. Like, and that's funny because I'll swim in a river, like a dirty, nasty fucking river. But like pools, chlorine, it just bothers me a lot. Anyways, we should get Ecto a pool. Yeah, Julie, I'm sorry you're late. You haven't missed anything too much. Mostly just been like mm, chatting. I think that we're feeling out this like whole Thurspiracy thing still. Yeah, ecto pool. Tree. Oh my god. Ecto pool is the funniest shit. um yeah. I'm glad you could join us, Julia. You haven't missed much. We just been chatting. Next week, I'm gonna do some more research this week about some more like, because I want to get like into some of the juicier cryptid stuff. Um, like I want to talk about what were those things that you guys mentioned? The skinwalker, was that no? Did you just call it a cryptid? What did you call that white figure that I saw? That's funny. Anyway, we should talk more about like mm, those like white things that can shapeshift. I feel like I'm gonna try to look into that a little bit more. Of course, I'm gonna look into like some of the like indigenous native aboriginal kind of like views on it because I think that's the authority. I really think that oral histories are um much stronger than like book written history. Um, so I'm gonna go to what I feel like is an authority as far as like that goes. But I'll try to look into that and see kind of like some of the thoughts about cryptids. And then I'll share that with you all, and then you guys can share your thoughts also. Yeah. Okay. Tree's gonna get on it too. Um, and maybe like if we want to get really into it, we can like Tree, you could do a little crossover. We could do like a environmental cryptid. Like, is our greenhouse gases breaking down the veil between dimensions? Like, is reality blurring with some of these other dimensions as the result of greenhouse gas like toxicity or whatever, like concentration? Julie. Hey, whatever makes you get through the day. Whatever gets you through it. Just a fleck on a marble. Nothing matters. Yeah, no worries missing anything. Just be sure to be here next week with your tinfoil hat on. That's um gonna get into it a little deeper. We'll have some research will be done and we will fucking bust it out. Yeah, truth is out there. We'll uncover it. We're gonna do our best to uncover the truth here. Um, by way of conspiracy theory. Yeah, yeah. Um, so this week, this Saturday, speaking of like doing some research, this Saturday is just, I'm gonna play music on Twitch. Probably at 2, I'll go live. I'll go live on YouTube first and then we'll move over to Twitch like we have been doing. Because that seems to help, I think, getting the notification out. Um, this week is just gonna be like random. I don't have anything planned. I just have like a playlist that I just throw the most random shit. Like I just throw things that can't be easily put into another playlist I have, like into a folder. And then I go through that folder and I like figure out like I'm like, oh, do I have something here? And then maybe I'll build a playlist like out of some of that music. Anyway, I have a catch-all playlist and it's super random. There'll be a little bit of something for everyone in there. Um, and I'll just like randomize it and play that this Saturday. And then next Saturday, I'm working on a goth playlist that Sue asked for. So do make recommendations. I will make you a playlist, and we'll listen to it. Um, or I'll build a playlist off of your recommendations. And yeah, so some bands though, I'm like, are they goth enough? Like, or are they like, so it's, I was gonna do it this week, but it's taken me too long to make the playlist. So, because I have to like, now I have to check everything against the catalog. So that takes some extra time. And then I'm also like, is this goth? Like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, when it comes to certain, like, I don't know, certain bands, they kind of teeter on the edge. Like Cinema 90. Like Cinema 90 like has a couple of songs that sound kind of goth, and then other songs that just sound like synth. Um, I don't know, synth rock. I don't know. Anyways, there's certain bands I was just like, I have to like Google them. So Saturday at 2 o'clock, I will go live on YouTube and then send everyone over to Twitch shortly after that. Um, that's a good one, Ecto. That's actually a really good tinfoil hat emoji, I think. Well, that's what we're here to uncover, truly. Is it the truth or like what's, I don't know. I don't honestly like, I feel like some people like call lies truths and truths lies all the time. So I feel like that's gonna have to be kind of like, yeah, left up to the individual in this chat. Like, if you want to believe something, believe it. If you don't, you don't have to. There is no groupthink here. Like, you're free to believe or not believe. And oh no, tree, it's that bad? Jeez. No one's picking up here, but it's not that bad. Yeah, exactly. Ecto, there are a lot of subgenres of goth. Goth is like, I'll bet, like 100 subgenres at least. Probably more by now. Like, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of subgenres that I am navigating. And I'm like, is this goth enough? Like, that's where I'm at. I was shocked about that too, Ecto. I think a traffic cone emoji, like, I would trade it for a lot of emojis that are in the arsenal. Oh, weird, Ecto. I haven't had that song stuck in my head for a long time. I'm going to ignore what you just said so that I can resist. I can resist its, yeah, subliminal. I don't know what you would call that. Flashbacks. It's like, anyways, I had like a strange flashback the other day. I was watching someone, I think I was watching DOA. He was showing a video and a sound came out of the video, just like the most like just random, like, and it made me have a flashback to my grandpa. We would make him be Gargamel from the Smurfs, and he would like chase us. He would like pretend to be Gargamel, and we were the Smurfs. And he like would make this like noise, and I had a flashback to that, like my grandpa being Gargamel. It's very strange. Oh yeah, Care Bear stare. Oh hell yeah, Care Bear stare. I still think about that. Send a wish into the air. Yep. I can see it perfectly in my brain, all their little tummies and their little emblems, like, lighting up and just shooting out. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I have a lot of, like, flashbacks, like, nostalgia flashbacks, especially when it comes to, like, TV and video games from the '80s. Like, I was raised on TV and video games in the '80s. Like, yeah, parented me way harder than my own parent. So, uh, yeah, I have a lot of just, like, a lot of memories tied to them, to, like, TV and music too, music and movies. Like, there's some movies from the '80s that I could still recite so well, and I haven't watched them in years, but just, like, yeah, they just played a big part in my life at one point. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink of coffee. Does your town not have an arcade, Julie? I feel like arcades are still, like, kind of, like, peppered around here and there. Like, I know, like, the beaches here have, like, arcades. They're really popular at the beaches here. Um, and a lot of the big cities still have arcades. There's a God, what was that place called? There was one in Seattle that used to put on was a venue, and I've seen a few shows at it. Not I mean, when I was younger in, like, the '90s, mid-90s, yeah, '97. It was, like, a pretty popular place. God, why can't I remember the name of that? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Um, oh, hi, Sue. Yeah, sleep is important. Sleep is good. I think Adrian is asleep, so you beat Adrian awake. And I think Kirby's might have drifted off. I didn't want to say her name because it might wake her up because I think that happens. We won't. You guys, we just have to whisper so we don't wake Kirby's up. No, but seriously, I'm gonna go soon. Like, yeah, like 5 more minutes. It'll be an hour and a half. I feel bad, like, because I didn't really come very prepared this week. Um, but yeah, the arcades are fun. Um, yeah, I know, Julie. They're, like, real eager to tear everything down. But what are they putting? What are they doing to, like? God, that's why, like, everyone's like, oh, kids just sit on their phones. That's like, well, fuck. What the fuck are they supposed to go outside and do? Like, the playgrounds are stupid. Like, have you been to a playground lately? Like, they look not very fun. Like, first of all, they aren't dangerous at all. Like, where are kids supposed to learn how to, like, not get a concussion? Like, I don't know. Um, or where are kids supposed to, like, break their arms for the first time? Not on the monkey bars, because there aren't any anymore. They hang like a foot off the ground. Your feet touch the whole time. I don't know. I just, yeah. We have a skate park in my town, and it's really popular with the kids, but I wish it was bigger, and I wish there were areas for bikes and skateboards because I think that stuff like that kind of breeds, like, resentment and hostility. So I don't know. I just wish that there was more. I wish people would stop complaining about like things like that and like doing something to provide for kids, like giving them like healthy alternatives after school to getting up to trouble. Like I don't know. It just makes me so mad that there's like rich people that just hoard their money because I think like myself, like if I had any money like to do with at my will, like I would open up some sort of like after school and before school program for like youth, especially like queer, LGBTQIA plus youth. Just like offering kids like something to do before and after school that is constructive and interesting and educational and just provides like all kinds of like yeah alternatives to like being left at home alone or just like yeah unsupervised. uh, I don't know. Oh, that's weird, Julie. See, that's the thing though, is they don't like, I don't know. There's way to build a good solid skate parks. I've seen them. So that just sounds to me like they're putting in very little effort. Was it just like was it like wooden? Like did it get demolished? Like did it get beat up or was there just like bad kids hanging out there doing bad things? Cause yeah, they're just I just feel really bad for the youth today. There's just not a lot to do that isn't really expensive or mm, just totally inaccessible for whatever reason. So I just wish I had a way to make certain things more accessible to certain like at-risk youth. And that's what I would do with my money if I had it. Maybe someday. Oh, and I would take a trip to visit all of you in LA. Oh, interesting, Julie. There's this one dude, oh, what is it called? Skate and Scape, like SCAPE, Skate and Scape. Something like that, but he like goes around, I think it's mostly California, but he goes around. I've seen him go to other areas too, like travel around a bit, but he goes and he fix up like like landscapes, like abandoned or just like neglected skate spots all over, just like some of them are proper skate parks, but some of them are just like, a ledge and like a ditch. But it's really cool. I wish there were more people that did that because like you said it they just like kind of get like run down and then nobody can use them. They aren't usable. But I think yeah, I think it's silly like to have programs like that. Like, oh, we're going to build a skate park, but we have no interest in upkeeping the skate park like that we just spent money on to build. Makes no sense to me. I don't I just like the bureaucracy is none of it makes sense anymore. Yeah. What's up with the youth? Honestly, the youth of our future, and we just really do not put money into like growing our youth into like happy, empathic, um, self-fulfilled, autonomous, um, connected individuals anymore. Um, I think our country like just like went totally downhill with the whole um like mm, pushing individualism like so extremely that like we can't see past our own noses anymore. I think that that's a huge problem for me because while I think personal autonomy, individualism is very important to an extent, I think anything extreme is mm, unhealthy, unbalanced. Balance is everything. Yeah, the gaming world is is dangerous. It's like I said, just was saying, extremes. Like a little bit of video games is totally fine and healthy and normal but anything too much of anything just becomes unhealthy, and that includes video games. Like I like I had a cousin who read books. Like she'd have like 9 books going at once. She always had a book. And I like on one hand you'd think like, "Oh, she's like gaining knowledge, she's learning, she's like using her imagination like this is a great thing." But like as she grew older, like she could only like communicate um like using literary um like references, and that most people like were not mm, knowledge like they didn't it made it very difficult for her to connect with people on any other level than like a literary level. And so yeah, like honestly, like it just too much of anything just is unhealthy in my opinion. Wow, that's horrible, Ecto. That's so terrible. The that like whole like school to prison pipeline, I could go off for way too long about all of that. And just like how many kids are pushed through those cracks um that are not, yeah. Yeah, it usually is very sensitive children. They get put into those environments and it's horrible for them and is not the correct. I don't know. I've written papers on it. I the school to prison pipeline and just all of those like boot camps and things like that that tie into that are really awful, and I have a lot to say about them. Oh, yay, Roxy. We love a remission burn. I love that. That's something big to celebrate. I'm really happy for her and for your family. I love a day at the lake. It's been a long time, but It's a good place to celebrate with family. Yeah, same here, Ecto. I was reading above my grade level in elementary school, and then like my behavioral issues like went untreated, like my mental health issues, which became behavioral issues, and I was just deemed a problem child in school, and um, yeah, all of my progress just like halted, and yeah, it was strange. It's strange how little like action anyone wants to take to actually like help children in school. And I'm not saying that is a responsibility of teachers or administrators. I feel like our schools should have those support systems in place where people are um like their sole responsibility is attending to students' needs who have um who need resources that are available, who need interventions that are available. There's no reason why any child should be left behind, and I hate that people use that like "no child left behind" because it's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Like it's all just a bunch of hullabaloo to like get money into the pockets of rich people. So, um, like children aren't actually saved by that saying that out loud. It doesn't do anything. Yeah. Anyways, there needs to be trained professionals, researchers helping, working in our school systems, supporting students and teachers. There's teachers that need assistance too that they don't receive. Burnout in teachers is probably at the highest it's ever been right now. Um, yeah, I just think that our schools are cutting um, resources when they should be adding resources. And that's why I became disillusioned. I thought I was gonna start like my dream when I was in college getting my undergraduate degree was to create um, a universal or a national K through 12 program, research based, um, peer reviewed research based um, program that addressed bullying and school retention issues in all public schools. I mean, it would be um, a like the methods could be used in a private setting also, but I was like the initial design would have been for like public schooling, um, and what that would look like. I have like framework, I have research, I have gigs, hundreds of gigs of research. Um, I've planned out a lot of it, and then like the more research I did, I started to see that like that just isn't a priority in any school's budget. Um, and any school that did talk about it having interest in it was unable to prioritize it. So interest did not equal anything. But anyway, so I found that essentially like it would have been just like totally a waste of time for me to create this program that couldn't be that would never be funded, and there was no other way to do it without like a lot of funding. I mean, it couldn't be a free program. People need to get paid. Um, yeah, programs, like the support programs would have to be built, and that doesn't, anyways. So, oh, that's okay, Roxy. You're not interrupting. I'm just blabbing on and on. I've already gone over what I said I would, and I'm glad we stuck around longer to hear your good news. We love good news here. Does anyone have any other good news? Yeah, exactly, Julie. Yep, totally. It doesn't mean anything other than like mm, lowering standards, like educational standards, was all it meant. Looking the other way, like taking like I interviewed several teachers with like long teaching histories in different educational levels. Like um, I talked to some paraeducators, I talked to high school teachers, I talked to middle school teachers, and like what they all said is like um, I'm every year I'm asked to lower my standards for my students, and it feels like I've already failed them before the school year has started, essentially. Like I mean, I don't know how to explain that. Like the reason why, like, I'm speaking about a woman in particular, I remember saying this. Like the reason why she went into teaching was um to raise educational standards and to like lift her students above what was expected of them, or um and now she's being essentially forced to um, look the other way when her students aren't meeting meetings like the bar. So which gets lower and lower every year. Oh, Hector, I was also left behind. Also, we are we are similar in that way. Absolutely, pushed through the cracks. You're not falling. Nobody wants to fall through a crack. Like students are forced manually, willfully, consciously, effortfully. Like it's yeah, it's it's not okay, and it's disgusting, and that's where I'll get back, loop back around to where I started, which is that's what, like, I can't be part of a system that yeah, asks people to lower their personal just to compromise what's important to them for the sake of looking good on paper, I suppose. I don't know. I'm sorry, Ecto. Those boot camps are just fucking awful, and I feel for any child. Like, I don't care how bad your kid you are. Like, those places are, um, they're inhumane, entirely inhumane. No child should be treated that way. I don't care what they did. Like, lock them up. Like, at least in a sanitary, like, routine environment. Like if you must, like, if they are a danger to themselves or others, like absolutely. But the conditions need to be humane. And yeah, just yeah, I don't condone those things at all. Yeah, exactly, Ecto. You were just like a kid, just like disillusioned with school, or just like I said, forcefully. I don't know. There's there's no system you can design that will fit every person that is processed through that system. I mean, no system can be designed that way. So, um, the education system, there's a lot of kids that just are not, for whatever reason, are not like meant for that um, environment. And there should be alternatives for those children that are not jail, boot camp, prison, um, up the streets, whatever the situation might be. Um, yeah, yeah, the boot camps are horrible. Yeah, I've just seen so many like interviews with children that have been in those, and it's just it's so traumatizing, like unnecessarily so. I don't think a child that's deemed mm, unfit for society should uh, be treated badly. I don't. Yeah. First of all, I don't think that. Yeah, I think that it comes down to like, I mean, where a lot of like psychology begins with is like, are people born good or are they born evil? Like, can people be born bad? Um, and like, I guess I'm of the mindset or the camp that does not think anyone is born bad. And so I think it makes it a lot easier for people to put children in boot camps or whatever camp if they believe that people are born bad and that this is um, not something that can be rehabilitated. And there are exceptions where they cannot be rehabilitated, but the like majority of children can and will and would be if you give them the right steps and resources and support. Um, no, Julie, I've never seen anyone or any animal or any person respond positively to that. Never seen it. So, yeah. And honestly, like when I was in juvie, and what scared me straight wasn't like it was like the people I was in juvie with were like some of them were like actually terrible people, and that's where I was just like, okay, like some of us here like don't belong in this environment. Like this is not the like um I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I think my gummy is like really starting to kick in. I'm talking too much. I'm gonna end this in 9 minutes. So I'll stop talking. It'll be 2 hours. I really thank everyone for coming. And I'm sorry we kind of got off topic today. It wasn't Thurspiracies at all. I guess there's like, I don't know. we didn't really talk about them too much, but we'll be ready next week. I'll come prepared. Now that we kind of have like a topic, like, yeah, I'll dive in if I have like somewhere to point my brain. I need to like a starting point. So we'll discuss some cryptids um, next week on Thursday. Saturday, music. Sue, I don't know if you're here. You got here late. So I'm working on a goth playlist that I will play next Saturday, not this Saturday. Um, yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. It's moving very slowly. Um, but hopefully we'll finish it. No, I promise I'll be done. I have to start thinking about dinner. I've been like getting really hungry earlier. I've been eating dinner earlier. Usually I'm like, I don't know. I like to eat dinner later, typically like 9 o'clock or later. And I've been eating like 7. I think I might have eaten at 6:30 last night. Like that's crazy early for me. Oh yeah. Drop Dead Fred. Are you gonna watch Drop Dead Fred? Oh wait, no, your ghost friend, Fred. That's right. That's fun. That's lovely, Roxy. Spending time with family is so underrated, honestly. Yeah. Tell Fred we said, hello, sir. I don't want to address him as anything. He might be like big on respect. So I don't want to upset him. Julie's on a first name basis with him. I think I'll stick to sir for now. Fred sir. I'm really sorry though that happened to you, Octo. That's a lot to heal from. And I hope that you've been able to grow away from some of that pain because it does like it yeah. Childhood pain just like cuts deep. Your skin grows thicker as you get older, and at least for me, my skin has grown thicker, but a lot of that pain that's like inflicted as a child just like sticks around. No matter how many years of therapy you've had or how many different therapists, because um yeah, so it's a long list for me, and it lingers. It really does. So yeah, you're in good company, Ecto. I yeah, I got a lot of love for children that went through that. Yep. Hugs to your family, Roxy. I'm sure you guys have been doing lots of hugging and celebrating, and yeah, it's really exciting. So yeah, anyone can come in and like crash this party anytime. It's just Thurspiracies. We're just talking shit mostly. Like, so yeah, if you got good news, I'd like to like, I don't know. Sometimes it bums me out. I'm not pointing any fingers and I'm not trying to be a bitch right now. But sometimes like when the vibe is something and then someone comes in and drops a bomb that changes the vibe like negatively, sometimes that bums me out. I get why people do it. Like sometimes for some people, like this is the only support they have is chat, and like they need to like talk about bad things. Um, but yeah, maybe in like this chat, like if like we have like moments where we're talk like especially me, like I'll chat about some shit that's bumming me out or something I'm going through, and like of course you can chime in then, like like talk about something that's bumming you out, or like we were just talking about something that was kind of sad, like boot camps and children being shoved through the cracks. Yeah, like you can share sad stories and stuff, your experiences during those moments, but like if like the vibe is right and we're chatting about something, like I don't know, just read the room. I know you all have that capability. Yeah, lotion. Moisturize, people. Come on. Honestly, like what feels better than like putting on a bunch of lotion? Like what feels better than that? Tell me. Just treat yourself to some lotion. Jesus Christ. You can like get some at the dollar store for pretty cheap. So just hydrate your skin, please. I totally understand that, Ecto. But honestly, in here, you're like in really good company because that's all I want to talk about. And I don't have anyone to talk about it with anymore because I'm just like not in I'm not in the research realm anymore. Or like the academic world at all. I've completely removed myself from it, and so I don't have those like conversations. I'm still reading a lot of research, but I am not discussing that research with my peers or my mentor or anything like that. So, yeah, it's a good place to talk about stuff like that. Childhood trauma in general, I've researched a lot for like personal and like educational purposes. What kind of birds? I know, Roxy. I'm sure I've done that in the past. I try to be mindful, and I'm not gonna say that like if anyone ever like bopped in and like had to share something that was unfortunate or sad or whatever the situation was, I'm not gonna get mad, obviously. Like um but I've definitely like probably done that myself. I try to be mindful of like time and place. That's all. It sounds like the birds are stalking you, Julie. That's what it sounds like. But yeah, the birds were acting really strange the last couple of days because of the storm. That's how I also knew it was going to get really weird. There was like flocks of seagulls, which you never really see around here. Like even though we live on the river, like the seagulls, like I don't know, they stay closer to the coast. They don't really come up the river a lot. Like there are some, but they don't flock together really too much. So I was seeing like flocks of seagulls. It was really strange. I was like, oh, something's coming. And sure enough, see, animals are always right. Gotta pay attention. Anyway, maybe they're trying to tell you something, Julie. Maybe they're like, I don't know. Maybe rain is coming. Maybe that's what they're trying to tell you. Yeah, this chat is crazy. Speaking of, I've reached my 2-hour limit. And it was so fun chatting, even though I don't even really remember everything we talked about. Because if you all don't know, I do have ADHD. I'm unmedicated, and I if I ever am just like being too I don't know. Like if I'm ever jumping around too much, just tell me to like slow my roll. Like that's a really great like thing for me to say to me. Like just slow your roll. Like I like hearing that isn't a trigger to me. It actually like is like kind of nice to hear sometimes, especially when your brain is like overreacting or overstimulated. Um so yeah, I give you I give you permission to tell me to like relax, not relax in that way, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Roxy. Yep, that was one thing we talked about today. We did talk about the animals and just how they're way smarter than us about a lot of things that, mm, yeah, we should pay we should pay more attention to. Oh, is that what they're doing, Julie? Well, you better plan another one. Yeah, you better plant another tree, Julie. That's okay, Kirby's. You should sleep. Yeah, you guys are all great. You're all beautiful. I really appreciate you all for coming here. And yeah, like super celebratory vibes. Everyone, if you smoke weed, take a toke. If you drink, take a sip. If water is your vice, chug that shit. Like, just tip your glass, tip your pipe for Roxy's sister, who is in remission, and we hope stays in remission for a long, long, long time. Yeah, Kirby's. Yeah, yeah. Take it when you can get it. Get in where you fit in. That's where that's how sleep is. I know. I like to imagine her modding as like in her sleep. Sometimes when she's like I know when it's like the middle of the night here or over there, and she's awake. I sometimes like to imagine that she's like sleep modding. Yeah. Ooh, go back to sleep. You're dreaming. Yeah. Cheers. Cheers to Roxy's sister. We like to end on a good note. Also, Kirby's coming back reminded me. There's some links in the chat. They might be up further. And some links up further for Yolanda and Blythe about supporting their fight against Scientology. Important fight against Scientology. Like, honestly, when Yolanda shared that Scientology had to change text on their website, like, I thought that was just so cool and such a big win. Like they're doing like legit shit to like help German people and people in I should just say people in Germany, not German people in Germany that are at risk of falling into the Scientology trap. So yeah, they're actively trying to inform the community and given Scientology the what for. And I mean, yeah. We love our Scientology protest baddies. We do. So speaking of support Kirby's, I think tomorrow, did you say you might like do something different, kind of do things differently tomorrow, Curbs? Did I hear that right this morning? Yeah, speaking of our protest baddies, support Curbs. Okay, so just look out for that. Saturday, I'll be playing music and we'll just be chatting. You can pop in or not. No pressure. And yeah, keep your eyes out for Adrian, MD. Ilana Blood put out a new video that's worth watching. Yeah. And I'll see you all around, as usual. Enjoy. Find something to enjoy. I hope you all are able to do that. I don't know what, but I'll leave that up to you. Thanks, Kirby's, for all the links. That reminds me, now that you have them in chat, I'm going to, before I forget, if I do this, is it going to take, if I remove you as a moderator, Kirby's, will it like undo all of your links? I might have to, I don't want to undo your links. So I'm going to just unmod you on the next live. Sorry about that. Because I want your links to stay there. Yeah, I'm not sure either. So I'm not going to chance it. I'm just going to leave them and then I'll unmod you on the next live. Thank you for that. And I'm stoked you made it, Julie. You too, Roxy. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate everything you shared in chat today, Echo. And she always bring in, I don't know, just really good vibes to the chat. And I appreciate that. Engaged and informative and kind and funny. Tree's pretty awesome. If you guys haven't noticed, just gonna point that out to the choir. Preach that to the choir. But yeah, so support Yolanda and Blythe and in their journey right now, this long journey. Maybe help take some of the pressure off by offering whatever kind of support you can right now. Yep. Thanks, friends. And I will see you all tomorrow in Kirby's chat or on Saturday. I hope. Okay. Yep. Everyone stay cool. Jump in a pool. Yeah. And if that looks like your bathtub filled with cold water, like that's like no judgment here. We don't judge people that don't have the things that some other people have. Okay, Ecto recommends having a burrito. Yeah. If you are able, please eat a burrito for Ecto. Winky face. Teasing. We're just being silly. Thanks, Flower, for being here. Yeah. Free the chocolates. Carry cookie. There's a lot of things yeah. The checklist is long, but I'm sure there's something speaks to you. A burrito, a dip in a pool, a cookie. Oh, painting. Flowers are already ahead of us. Flowers like left us in the dust. Flower is doing something that makes her happy. And so I recommend everyone doing something that makes you happy. Oh man, Roxy is gonna make us all start drooling and talking about food. So I'm gonna end it because now my mouth is actually watering. So yeah, me too. I'll be there. I don't know how long it will take me to get there, but I hope there's some leftovers because that sounds really good. Like, really good. I would love it if I had some tacos and enchiladas right now that I didn't have to make. Yeah, Momo spaghetti, always um, a great pick me up, whatever that looks like to you. I think Momo spaghetti is different for everyone, but whatever that looks like to you, I hope you enjoy. Yeah. Oh my gosh, eating enchiladas in a pool sounds like a whole ass dream. We need to figure out a word for like a good dream because we have nightmare. Like, what? We need a word for a good dream. Maybe that's something we can all think about for next week. Yeah, about the whatever. Yeah, whatever you got, just make it work if you can. So yeah, we got homework for next week. I'll see you all tomorrow for laughs. Maybe we can talk Kirby's into eating some chocolate. Anyway, okay. Good night, friends. I hope you all have lovely evenings.